Hello YouTube, my name's Dave. Welcome to my workshop in a single car garage here in South Australia. Come on in and let's see what we can make. Now in today's very quick video I'm going to speak about having a known position of your fixed jaw on your machine vice. Now if like to me it stays in the same place and never gets moved from one month's end to the other, it's ideal to actually know the position of this. So what you actually need to do is and it's to save edge finding each time, edge find it once and lock your dial tightly on wire. Now when doing this, as I say, edge find and then remove any backlash and come up to the zero in the clockwise direction, because as I say, because 99% of the time you want to know what the distance is from there working in this direction. So as I say, and it doesn't matter really whether you've got a DRL or not. It's just that, you know, it's one item less to edge find. All you've got to do is you know where that is, so you know you power your DRO up and you know, bring this mechanically back to here and then reset your zero, and all you've got to do is to edge find the part. So you know, I hope you find I think it's really worth doing. So I just thought I'd like to pass that tip on, and hope you'll find it useful. So what I'd like to do now is just to touch on a couple of tips to do with setting up your DRO. Some of the older ones will not remember what the setting was when you power it off, and even those that do, if you happen to have moved the table while it was not under power, of course you don't know where you are anyway. So as a good tip is once you've picked up your reference point from the work and you've actually set the X and Y value in absolute to zero, before you've finished at the end of the day, if possible, if you actually wind your tables back to that position, and also you won't need to change your y-axis zero, because that's already there. Lock the table and set the dial to zero, so that at least in the event of you know, while it's powered off and somebody or you happen to accidentally knock the handle, you know, you can easily put it back to your start. Now, if I may, I'd now like to touch on the on a DRO with the different settings things. Now, a lot of you might not realise that there's two functions of a DRO. There's one which is called absolute, and it's often displayed as ABS, and there's another one called incremental. Now, some of you might understand what this is all about, and some of you might not be aware of it. So with this illustration here, I mean, say this is the part. You've actually set your you've edge found and then actually found that this is your reference point. So in the ABS mode, you actually push 0 0, and then you then position your you know, to whatever measurements you want to actually get it to here. Now, once you've reached that point, there's another button on there called incremental. If you actually push that, you'll get a load of random numbers come up, but you can actually zero that out. But what you've actually got in effect is like two DROs in one. So if for instance you say this is your part, you've actually reached that. I'll now swap the drawing over. I'm sorry about this and there. So there we are. We've now set your DRO to this point to incremental and 0 0 there, and of course you've now got a totally independent settings. You know, that you know, say if you want to mill this pocket out. Now there's another option with it. Of course you might not actually want it like that. If I then put it the other way around, so if that is now your incremental 0, of course if that's your centre point, away you go. Because I'm going to say, for argument's sake, that this particular measurement from Absolute was, you know, like 28.78, whatever it was, and you actually wanted them to mill a pocket around that. It gets very complicated if you only stay within the absolute mode. You've got to sort of, you know, do all the calculations. Whereas, of course, if you've actually set it to incremental, which is 0, you can say, okay, I want a 20mm square pocket around this particular point. Of course, it's easy. You can just work plus or minus on either side of that. As I say, it's just a little simple trick that hopefully that some of you might be able to take advantage of. Back in a moment. Now, just coming back to this sketch again, I just thought I'd show you on here what I was speaking about earlier. As I say, if at the end of the day, you know, you can't complete the job, if possible, wind your X and Y table back to your original 0 point and lock the tables off, and set your X dial to 0, you know, just in case it gets knocked during the night, whatever. So when you power it down, hopefully, so that the modern DROs have got a memory in them. So when you power it back up again, if it still reads 00, you know that you know the table's not moved, and then you can carry on machining from where you left off the day before. So there we are then. Hope you found that information useful. It certainly, I've found that by setting the y-axis to 0 for devices is very useful. I mean, whether you've got a DRO or not, you know, it's quickly you can think, oh, I need to cross drill a hole, whatever. You immediately know where the back jaw is, and take it from there. It's certainly well worth considering. So once again, thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, click the likes, ring the bell, leave me a comment, whatever, and until you see me again on another video, which the rate I'm knocking these out is going to be very soon. Please stay safe, well and happy, and catch you on the next one. Bye.
That's all, folks.